This is a clarion call. Nsukwa is waking up.
Yes.
It's not going to be business as usual. Let us elect people that have the capacity, people that have the integrity, the intelligence, the sagacity to bring out this town to limelight, to promote Nsukwa ideals. And thank God the person there for Honorable Hon Oyem, our councillor, who is actually embarking on this project, trying to clean up this mess. This refuse has been here for decades.
Over 30 years, yes.
Over 30 years.
That indeed, it is something that has been bothering me. It is something that I am yearning for. That if I find my way into a public office, one of the ways to show the essence of going to represent people is to render service.
I told him, I said, you are an asset and we need you here. So please, come. I don't think by then, because he has contested about 3 or 4 times, councillorship thing, he was denied. But this time I said, you need to really, and I don't expect him to stop at this, because he's heading somewhere, because I know what is in him. I know the capacity that is in him. We need to harness that capacity that is in him, so that they can, you can see what he's doing. So we're happy about that.
The ref has been there for a long time. I said it before, it's negligence. Because if the government that takes revenue from the market has deemed fit to say, let us have a structure in place, a program in place whereby the market is being kept clean, you understand? It wouldn't have extended to this extent.
Nsukwa community has continued to make news in recent times for good reasons. Nsukwa Market, that was once notable for hosting 4th-day Nkwo Market that had people coming from across the local government and even beyond the state, had not only become a shadow of itself, but a huge environmental case with a monument of waste that spanned 2 decades. Today, respite came to the community as Honorable Emmanuel Oluchukwu Emmanuel Oyem, the councillor representing the community, through self-efforts, is evacuating the monumental waste. The waste evacuation that saw the employment of a payloader and about 5 tipper trucks began with the creation of the dump site and eventually evacuating the huge deposit of waste as the trucks took turns to move the waste almost all day, to the excitement of the community people. The Commissioner for Technical Education, Honorable Smart Ijeomaufo, who was at the site to observe the clearing exercise, was full of praise for the exercise, the initiative, and the commitment of Honorable Oluchukwu Emmanuel Oyem.
I think this is a clarion call. Nsukwa is waking up.
Yes.
Before, for the past 25 years, we have been in darkness. People leading the political terrain. That is why somebody like me and the women in Nsukwa youth intervene. That it's not going to be business as usual. Let us elect people that have the capacity, people who have the integrity, the intelligence, the sagacity to bring out this town to limelight, to promote Nsukwa ideals. And thank God the person they voted for, Honorable Oluchukwu Oyem, our councillor, who is actually embarking on this project, trying to clean up this mess. This refuse has been here for decades.
Over 30 years, yes.
Over 30 years. Okay, the council has taken the bull by the horns to make sure that this place is clear. For the good of Nsukwa. We're not talking of personal, let me grab, just like others are doing. This one is selfless.
Selfless.
Bringing out your own
Selfless.
for the interest of the town. Okay, look at people are coming up with solar lights in different streets.
Yeah.
Selfless.
Selfless.
This is what we want Nsukwa to be. We that are in government, let us try our best. These are the things we should do, including me. Let us look for how to survey the situation. Let us look how to clear out this mess, monumental, accumulated mess. What do we bring to the table for Nsukwa? How can I give to my community? Thank God that people are coming up and the awareness is everywhere.
What actually informed my decision to evacuate all these refugees here is not more than the passion and the feeling I have for the people. I've been at the forefront pushing even when I was not in government, talking to the government of Aniocha South Local Government to attend to the issue of garbage, refuse dumping in my market. Importantly, the market serves as the beauty of the community. It is the center of attraction. But more or less, it has been turned to become a dumping site at the community center of attraction. So I decided that since I have been able to find my way to government, whether government mobilize me or not, whether they are ready to do it or not with government resources, I am also ready to make a sacrifice to show that indeed it is something that has been bothering me. It is something that I am yearning for. That if I find my way into a public office, one of the ways to show the essence of going to represent people is to render service. And I've decided to use this as an example. The essence of me going to the council is not to make money per se, but to render service to my people. And this is part of the services I want to render. This refuse has existed here for more than 15 years. All this refuse you saw everywhere has been in this market square for more than 15 years. If they can do this, clean up the Nsukwa environment, the people who have the passion to always vote for them. And as a faithful PDP person, I know that after this exercise, my people will repose more confidence in the party. This is not a constituency project. It's not a project from any arm of government or from any organ of government. This is my personal project. Honorable Oluchukwu Emmanuel Oyem, self-sponsored project with my personal resources. I know that if I meet the council government, the local government council chairman to do this, they will not do it. This refuse has been here. Even when the past government left and also came back again, I don't even have the confidence that they will even come to do this. So I decided to use my personal resources to shoulder this responsibility, to assuage the pains of my people. If you come here during the marketing hour or the market days, you see rodents, every kind of reptiles running around. Women who comes to carry successful businesses running for their dear life. There was a day snake chased everybody away from this market. And these are things that shouldn't be seen happening in my community, especially this time I am representing my people. So I decided to take this challenge to put these things to rest. So however, I decided to do it, one, to let the people know that this habit too is not a good one. After cleanup, we should also put up a measure to regulate the activity of refuse dumping here, so that this attitude cannot continue occurring in our community.
Comrade Bonnie Osilonya and many others who were on the spot throughout the exercise had this to say.
Wow, a thing of joy. I'm actually gladdened for what is happening now, because this thing has been over some decades now, over 3 decades now. The heap of this dustbin, and it keeps growing. You can see that it's covering over 3+ of land. So for this idea to come up and you know, there's an evacuation going on, it's a thing of joy. I'm gladdened. Refuse, you know, you can see how, first of all, talking about defacing, because it's putting, when you come to the market and you see something like, you can see that the front of this particular side, you have the refuse. Much people are running away because of the stench. You know, the environmental situations, you know, it's so bad. So the market has been shifted to the other side because of this refuse. The land has been occupied. And if you can remember, over 40 years ago, this is where we used to have our women, you know, the women leadership of the community, where they stay around to monitor the situations of the market. But it's taken away by refuse, so they are all gone. There was a time some private individuals came and they built a toilet and the water facilities. But you see that the refuse has chased them away. So you can see what the idea of evacuating this thing means to the community and the people. And it's a very welcome development. If you want to agree with me that we've been here for a very long time. At a time, it has been a kind of a self-help, because we don't see much of government presence, okay? But with what we're having, the transformation of the political system now, we are beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because who would believe that a councillor will come to the level of doing this kind of thing in the community? And this is a festive period. Everybody is happy. We all came home, you know, to enjoy our community, and somebody is coming up with this idea. You see where our joy is coming from. So we've never seen it before, you know, and it's just coming, and it's just coming like that. So we are just too happy about it, actually. We're happy about it. During the last election, we were all here. And he remember what I told him during that election. And I told him, oh boy, the returning officer thing, because he was actually working, he worked for PDP. Fortunately or fortunately, I worked for Labour Party. Actually, I was highly obedient. So he was an opponent, sort of. Yeah, but we know how to play our politics here without bitterness. We work together. And I told him, oh boy, we need you here in this community. Ask him, I told him, I said, you are an asset and we need you here. So please, come. I don't think by then, because he has contested about 3 or 4 times, you know, councillorship thing, he was denied, you know, but this time I said, you need to really, and I don't expect him to stop at this, because he's heading somewhere, because I know what is in him. I know the capacity that is in him. We need to harness that capacity that is in him, so that they can, you can see what he's doing. So we're happy about that.
It's indeed a great day for us, being a pet project of our Honorable Councillor, Honorable Emmanuel Oyem, Oluchukwu Emmanuel Oyem, and he's a childhood friend. Okay, so I based in Port Harcourt, in River State, and he hinted me of this particular exercise, and I said I must be here. Talking about the project itself, the work itself, I got to know, I knew about this as a dump site decades back, while I was still growing. As a result of negligence of environmental safety, you understand? And we discovered that people turn the market environment to become a dump site, and which is not friendly, it's not good to the environment, and also not good for health, for humans. So when my friend told me about this, I told him, young man, it's a dream that a good dream, and that I will be part of it. And so it's a good thing for us that he talked about it, not a kind of abandoning for the government to do, because the government cannot do everything. Okay, so what individuals can do, they should be able to do to keep our environment clean, because a cleaner environment is a healthy environment. A healthy environment is give birth to healthy people. Talking about the refuge itself, okay, like I said initially, that environment, we need to keep our environment clean. Okay, then when you relate it now to where this particular refuge is sited, you discover that to a large extent it impedes to the development of the market. It impedes to the economic growth of the community, because this particular refuge has taken a large space of economic activities. Business people that would have erected structures here and made the market worthwhile. You understand? Attracting customers from far and near. You could see that it affected it, and so thereby affecting the economic growth of the community. So then the refuge been there for a long time. I said it before, it's negligence. Because if the government that takes revenue from the market deem it fit to say, let us have a structure in place, a program in place whereby the market is being kept clean. You understand? It wouldn't have extended to this extent. So it's going to help the community. It's going to help economically, health-wise, environmental health, individual health, and all of that. So it's a good program for us. And we appreciate Hon Oluchukwu Emmanuel Oyem. He's a friend, a very good friend from childhood, and all of these dreams are what we've been dreaming for. And today it's a privilege for us that he's there as the Honorable Councillor representing District Ward 9, and we look forward for a better post for him ahead. He has a good team, I must be frank with you. He has a good team of friends, engineers, lawyers, and all of that.
If any man who was a tata in the Afian, Obi the man were Chukwu di n'enugwe ya mara elu obi ndị n'ụbọchị taa. Maka esi nke ndị bịa mafia anyị ọsha nkwọ ọ dịbe n'elu ọba alụ ashụa na ọbasị ka ọ dị mma si enwe m ekpere na-ebu isi unu ile bịa n'ọdụ Chukwu ya tiewa anyị n'ụlọ efe ọsọmụsọ ekpere m nwere isi Oluchukwu n'ezinụlọ a bụ na nke dị n'ishu ka nke Chukwu lụpụ alụpụ so Chukwu ga-etiewa anyị na mmaji kwuru mmaji ka ndị isi onye na-alụ Chukwu ga-agọzi unu. Ele ya kuga menele bene de mbụ na abịa n'ọdịnala ka elu ụbọchị tata. So na ọganisu abashaga Nsukwa anyị maka onye Nsukwa ka mbụ ọganisu abashaga Ifeọma abashaga anwụrị abashaga onye efuga dife na Afghanistan amarịga na anyị nwe mmadụ na Nsukwa. O nwere onye ife ọjọọ na ewu asụ ụsọ so elu na ọ dị tan ọsọ ga anyị ụsọ. So I feel I'm going to issue.
Today is a very joyful day, a day, special day, meant happily for the community. Because when we say dividend of a democracy, you know, Oluchukwu is community choice. I thank God for my governor, His Excellency Sheriff Oboriwori, who says everybody should go back to his or her ward for people choice from the community. Honorable Oluchukwu Emmanuel Oyem is people choice. I know this is going to happen because today even the market women, everybody in the community, they are very, very happy because this dustbin has been there for many years ago. More than 25 years ago, we never had opportunity. Not that he has all it takes, but he's the richest in Nsukwa. But it's mankind gets sure. My prayer for him, they said, one good tongue deserves another. My prayer for him, that wherever he got his money, before now, it's not about politics. Him himself, many other councillors, him himself, I know what he himself is undergoing in the council. This is own personal money.
In Nsukwa is Uche Aston, and this is North 24 TV.